you guys. Thank you guys for being here. How are you all? Oh, I said that backwards. I usually say, hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you for being here. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Hippie Chick. Johnny. Hey, Music City Mom. By the way, thank you, Angie. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you and I miss you. Hey, Preschool Granny. Hey, Thor. K-Braze. Hey, Carol Freaking Claus. Inspector Gadget. Support with Steffa. Oh, yeah, I would love that. When I get, I've got like some article. Okay, I have a few articles I want to show you guys. Different topics, and one of them is Delphi, and I would love that, especially since you're getting ready to go there. So maybe we'll do that one. I'll do a couple first, and then we'll get to that. Hey, Ava, Crazy Mama. Hey, Maria. Hey, Slink. By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed, support with Steffa, or if you haven't heard of her channel, she has a really good channel. She's been to Delphi personally twice, I think. And next, in the near future, she's going somewhere else. I think that you would really enjoy her channel. She's great. Hello, A Dose of Reality with Jen Lou. Oh, no, I hope your head feels better. Hey, Delene. Crazy Mama. Punksy, thank you guys for being here. Hey, Nadie. Hot Mess, good to see you. Oh, Eddie, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amber, for dropping that. Also, if you guys haven't seen Amber's channel, let me link that. Today she started covering the Corey Richens, the woman in Utah who killed her husband and wrote a book about it. Just one second, you guys. My mom's pulling up. Hey, PJ. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up my screen. First, we're going to start with the situation out in Oregon. So, there's a potential serial killer on the loose, and there is one thing that I want to talk about nonstop until there's some sort of answers. But there are also other women who have went missing. There are a couple other things I want to show you guys. But we're going to start with this. Remember, I showed you this account, James Barker, and he had messaged Kristen Smith's mom on January 6th. Kristen wasn't found until the middle of February. Her mom wasn't even aware if she was alive or dead at the point when he messaged her. He sends her this message, and he also joins the group for her, Justice for Kristen Smith, I think it's called. He says, your daughter is dead. I may or may not have done a murder on her and dumped her in the woods. Don't tell anyone, though. So she has called him out. She's called police. Police have not gotten back to her. They are not taking her serious, or I don't know what they're doing. But Amber sent me a few more from a post in the group. And let me show you some of the things he said. He said, I did it. Ask her mom. And Christy says, oh, God, now you're on my page. Get a life. James says, Christy took Kristen's and 6+ known victims. And then he shares this picture. That looks like Kristen. I don't know if Amber's in here, because I know Kristen liked to wear wigs, and, she's the one I was able to find the most on. She was really into art, and so she would look different, and all. She loved makeup and wigs and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Crazy Mama. Hey, MK. He's evil, yeah. Hey, seriously, good to see you. So then he says, let's keep going and look at some of these. This is ridiculous. He says, I'm going to go hunting tonight. And then Christy says, I know you're trying to get a rise out of me, but it's not going to work. You've already been exposed, and you need to do a better job of keeping up, because not all 6 are connected. And she says, maybe you can take your wife and child with you when you go hunting. He says, Kristen wanted drugs. That's how I got her. She was so small, she didn't put up a fight. Now, look here. I don't give a damn if this person did it or they are just some sick person who is enjoying doing this to this mother. A grieving mother. What kind of person spends their time doing this shit? And we're going to talk about it until the police will listen. So share it, you guys. If you can screenshot these or whatever, tag Portland Police to share it. It needs to be out there. No, they're not, Steffa. The mom has contacted them. They haven't responded. Hey, Margot, good to see you. Hey, West Virginia Mama, Alibi, good to see you guys. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Then he says, FYI, there's more than 6. She says, dude, you don't bother or scare me. You're just a troll. Go ahead and keep commenting whatever you like behind your fake profile. He says, Kristen begged me to stop. All she wanted to see was her mom again. Too bad she won't. This is fucking disgusting. I know, seriously, that's what I'm saying. I hardly have the time like to do all the things in my regular life, my real life, and then get back to, messages, comments, talk to my friends online, watch whatever videos I want to watch. I don't understand how this is what you're spending your time doing. It is not something to joke about, that's for sure. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Okay. Then someone says, look, it's the little man starved for attention. I'm really curious. Does your bill paying Dom he says, I'm a whole serial killer dog. Kristen gave your boy a handy job. And then they're like, people are commenting back to him. And that's all of that. This is another woman who's turned up missing in the area. I know, Steffa, I know. It is disgusting. Ava, maybe you guys can take those screenshots if you want more. If you want screenshots to share on your social media, you can reach out to me and share the screenshots. I don't know what else to do. So this is Melanie Farr. She was last seen March 26th. Then there is this other woman. They call her AJ. She's missing now. This is her. And Veli Ray, the YouTuber we watched that was going around talking to people, look at this. He says, I interviewed Heather about 8 days ago. She was scared of her ex-boyfriend. Her tent is now burnt down with everything around it. If you know Heather, please contact me if she's okay. I'm tripping. Looks like I'm going looking for Heather. And you can see in these pictures where her stuff was. Now she's missing. Hey, Mind of Monsters. Hey, my May. Hey, Kokomo. Good to see you. Hopefully she's okay. Hey, Amber. Was just talking about you. And you guys, oh, you're so welcome. Amber has been running a Facebook group. She's honestly doing a lot to try to help. I'm not even going to get into that, but she is putting a ton of her own time and effort and energy into helping. Amber, you are the bomb. You're an incredible person. You really are. If you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, though, maybe one of the mods could drop it for me if you guys can get it. If not, let me know, and I'll go grab it and drop it in the chat. That's devastating to a homeless person. Absolutely it is. Hey, Carly. Portland in the house. Thanks for covering. It's getting bad out here. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. Just don't go anywhere alone. Hey, Marcus. Good to see you. You're so welcome. I mean it. I have a lot of respect for you, and I think that you're incredible. I really do. So, anyways, that is what's going on there. More missing people, cops doing nothing about this freak messaging the mom with the cruelest things imaginable. Yeah, so, okay, then we're going to get off, and I'm going to bring Stephanie up in a few minutes, but before we do, let me show you guys some of these pictures in this article. So, Chad Doerman, we've been talking about him the last few days. He's despicable. I went and I was looking at his Facebook profile. This is his Facebook profile. June 11th, 4 days before he committed this crime, which he supposedly planned for 8 months plus, right? June 11th, he changed around noon, changed his profile picture to his 3 boys. there they are. June 11th, he changed his cover photo to him and his 3 boys. Grandma loves this picture. Ooh, let's go check. I didn't even see that. We're going to have to go for a little field trip for a second. Here is Chad's mom's Facebook. That's all that's on it is a picture of her and I guess her husband. Wow. Okay. Grandma loves this pic. She commented that not long before, and Lisa Correll says, nice crew there. So I've spent all day long looking for these court documents because the local news has referenced these court documents. They have obtained them. And maybe you guys can find them. If you do, let me know. But I've searched everywhere. I've read all the articles. I've looked on Reddit. I've looked on Twitter. I've actually emailed the Claremont County clerk like a FOIA, a request for information, basically. We'll see what happens. It says that it usually will take a couple of days to get back to me because, and the reason I bring that up is because prosecutors say in his confession, and these news reports say, according to court documents, he confessed to planning this for several months ago. So I want to see the court documents that the news has seen. All I could find was, let's go to message. Well, no, that's not it. All I could find was this, but there has to be more. So this is for his bond, and it just said, it's marked that he had a weapon. There's a lot of evidence against him, confirmation of his identity. Other relevant factors, death of 3 children, defendant admits with a weapon, $20 million cash bond. That's it. So set for preliminary hearing on the 26th. I'm assuming then we're going to get the arrest affidavit, but there is some sort of court documents that the news is reading that says he planned this for several months. I know, Ava, he's disgusting. He wrote it down, Mommy. Now, I haven't heard that yet. Hey, Pepper, good to see you. I know, Wilby. I don't understand it at all. Scott says it wasn't planned. Now, why did he go and change his photos? Maria, that's my thing. It's like, okay, you planned this for months, supposedly. Why did you change your photos, right then? Tiff, let me show you. I don't know if it said 8 months or several months. Okay, so, Chad, because I can't get my hands on the actual court documents the news is using. Court documents. Let me show you what I have found, though, and why I know the news has seen them. Usually, though, they will link the documents. But here, they're not doing that. So, let me see. It was actually WTOC, I think, that obtained them first. But here it is. This is just WCPO, maybe. I don't know. It's local news I'm not familiar with. But this is the quote that I'm referencing. Just a moment. Oh, welcome, Wilby. Thank you for joining. If my freaking internet would work. Okay. Hey, Chitty Chatty Meg. Thank you, Amber. Amber always coming through, dropping my second channel. I so appreciate that because it's not in the Nightbot. So father of the man that confessed to killing his 3 sons says he just snapped. Hold on. Let me find the sentence I'm referencing. Court documents said Chad Doerman confessed to carrying out the deaths of the victims involved for several months. A lot of times when the news will reference something like that, there'll be like a hyperlink in the word, and you can actually read the court documents. But not this time. No one has posted them. So we'll see if the request comes through, if like what they send me with that FOIA request. Something had to trigger him. No excuse. Just seems like something set this guy off to go from normal to this heartless monster. Well, let me show you guys some more pictures, with this. And then I'll drop the link, Steph, if you want to come up. We'll talk about this in Delphi. And then after that, I'll go through a couple other cases I wanted to show you guys. So here's Chad and his wife. Remember, she got shot in the hand trying to protect him, but it's very interesting because he's sitting on the steps with his gun beside him, awaiting for the cops. And the stepdaughter was not harmed, and mom was shot in the hand. That's it. Surely to God, he could have taken everyone's life, including his own. You're welcome, Tiff. How could he snap if he planned this? It makes no sense. Gen 7 says he planned for 7 months. Where are you finding that? Because I've been trying to find where this is coming from the news, but I can't find it. Hey, Sonia Stanger. I almost said Sonia Stranger. Roxanne, good to see you. Hey, hippie chick. I think I actually said hi to you already, hippie chick. But if not, hello again. Okay. Little Miss E404. I heard he did it to hurt the mom. A lot of people think that. Pepper, oh my God, me too. You have the right to remain silent. Fucking use it. I think that's what he said. Then he's like, can you get my wallet out of my pocket? Shut the F up. Well, I'm sorry, but, can you imagine? How do you as a father? Oh, Jen, I live right up the road. Wow. See, I was showing my son's dad the body cam footage, the court hearing, the news, and he was like, I don't understand how those cops did not just beat the shit out of him right there. And the sad thing is that this is what he said. He's like, the sad thing is he'll be protected in jail too, because they put all the people who hurt babies together. Look, protect him up until the trial. After that, I say let his ass go. Let him fend for himself. Sorry. I don't know, will be. Now, Fox 19 news station. Okay, let me look up Chad Doerman and Fox 19. Hold on. Pointer lover, thank you. Oh, classmate. Oh, I just saw an article I'd like for us to look at. Classmate reacts to news that he was arrested. I like to hear from the people that, that know these folks. Okay. Is this it, Pointer lover? Court records do not reveal a motive, and Sheriff Steve declined to release it Friday morning, citing the ongoing criminal case and prosecution. They want to make sure, he said, that nothing they say or do impacts the prosecution. But how are the news getting the court records in? The shooting was reported just before 4:15. The children's mother called 911, screaming her babies had been shot. 3 minutes later, a separate driver called 911. That's the one who saw the teenage daughter. They have not identified the girl. I know her name, but I won't, court records released Friday say deputies responded to a report of a male killing everyone in the house. Deputies came into contact with Doerman, who resides at this address and was identified by witnesses as the suspect. Deputies found the 3 young boys unresponsive on the ground. I don't see anything else. Maybe I'm on the wrong thing there. Let's see. They locked down Claremont County Jail for his protection. Grumpy, he has not posted bond. Now, there are rumors that someone has been trying to post 10% of his bond, but he's on a cash-only bond. That's not going to work. Oh, thank you, Pointer Lover. Hey, Lynn, Oregon on both. Both of those. Oh, you're behind. Well, Mom was doing CPR on one of the boys and he was just sitting on the porch. I would be afraid he would have shot me while doing CPR. I did not know that, Steph. I did not know that. Here, let me drop the link for you while we're talking about this. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures. And then we're going to talk about Delphi because there is some interesting stuff with Delphi. Steph has been there. Steph lives minutes away from Chad Doerman's home. I believe Twitter has them. East Texas chick. I looked over there. Maybe, I don't know. There's just so much about it, but anywhere I've seen, they're referencing them and showing those first ones. That one I showed you guys, like the bond paper. But look at these photos. So this was a post on Twitter. Beautiful tribute to the boys' names have come out, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that the sister, she's, the reason I'm withholding that is she is still alive and going through it, and I'm not going to be the one to put her name out there. So even though it is already in some places, beautiful tribute to Hunter, Clayton, and Chase. May God bless their mom and sister, and may karma handle their piece of father. And then here is in front of their house, there's little teddy bears, Care Bears, a thing with their names on it: Hunter, Clayton, and Chase. That's Bentley. Bentley's middle name is Chase. Like it's this one's tough because I see my boys all through it. There you are, Steph. Hey,
Hey, lady.
how are you?
I'm lovely. I'm glad to be with you and your lovely subscribers tonight.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here too. Hey, Ann, I actually haven't seen it, but I will go check it as soon as the live's over. I'm sorry, I haven't checked them today. So, what do you think about this, Steph? And where did you hear about the mom doing CPR? I hadn't heard that yet.
If you listen to the body cam, she's doing CPR while the police officers when they get up there. So, and then when they actually are have him on his hands and or have him flipped over, she's doing CPR and she's yelling, "You've ruined my life," and she's doing CPR at that time.
Okay, now that makes sense because I did hear her say that about ruining my life, but on the body cam, when I got the full body cam, like because at first I had just seen that ending part, I didn't even know there was the car ride. That's like the first good chunk of it. And even when we watched it on my channel, I skipped through that. So I missed it. And I meant to go back and listen because I figured there might be little tidbits, but I missed anything that was said in the car over the scanner.
Do you know how I found out about the case? Was because those on Long Crime had those on there before we even had it in our local news. So I live closer to Dayton, and then there's Cincinnati. So Claremont County is kind of in between the two of us, and Dayton had nothing on there, nothing, and it had already hit national news, so it was already on Long Crime, the police body cam. So our my local news in Dayton, which is only like 30 minutes from where this happened, has hardly had. Well, actually, there's nothing on there today either. Now Cincinnati is covering it, but it's all over the national news. But I can't believe our local news isn't covering it.
Ah, I can't believe that either. And I bet you like cuz it's rocked a lot of us, but being close to it is probably just adds another level of like I don't know, it's so tragic. This is like when you think about Chris Watts and him
Yes.
what he did to those babies and the oil all the it's just like that. It hits you like that.
And then he ran. I mean, that little boy got away and he went and got him. Oh,
Oh
so,
my god.
um, I was trying to figure out how to go there because, I'm like kind of I'm not as, I was afraid, to be honest. I'm like, to trespass. Like when I went to Delphi,
Right.
I
Yeah.
waited the second time to trespass. So, um, my daughter was like, "Mom, why don't you bring grandma? She'll do whatever you want, want her to do." Because my mom, she doesn't care about anybody. She's like, "Wow, it's fine. I'll do whatever." She's like, "I'm old now. Doesn't matter." So I'm like, okay, mom, do you want to go and look at the layout so I can get some film and show people? Because really, we're not that um we're closer than I think any other YouTuber. Nobody's really gone down there to get any information.
I
Um,
know. I
yeah,
cannot wait. I saw a TikToker. He did a quick video. He was standing across the road from their driveway. He said he lived a few minutes away, but he really didn't show much. Like he just showed their driveway. I can't wait for you to do it. I'm definitely gonna show some of it and talk about it, and be in your live when you show it and talk about it. I'm really excited for you to go. I
yeah.
think
I think it,
now that he's in jail, you're safe. So
I know. I just want my mom. I know she'll just go on up there. She's like, well, we can go to the sheriff's office and talk to the sheriff. She goes, I just need to wear a skirt. I'm like, Mom,
oh my god.
that is how she is. I mean, she's a trip. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, this is not like um, I don't know, a social thing. I mean, she knows that. I mean, she's into true crime, but that's just how she is about. She's like an old lady and just lost all her.
She's sassy and she don't give a
She
damn. Or give a
is.
damn busted.
I know you would have been. She was a really amazing nurse in her day, but she she should have been a journalist because she has no like filter. She doesn't care about asking any questions to anybody. So when you were talking about the getting the FOIA request, I was
Mhm.
thinking like Claremont County is a really tiny town. It would be like West Virginia. There are more West Virginia people. Like
Right.
that's the kind of area it is. So they don't have any problems taking the law into their own hands there. So I wasn't surprised when you were talking about them um, clearing out the Claremont County Jail. First of all, it's really small, but like if they let him out in the out with the other men, like they would like probably
Oh yeah.
kill the guy. To be
That's what
honest,
that's what Bentley's dad said. He's like, I don't know how those cops, because I showed him all of it, and he was like furious. He's like, I would want beat the brakes off of that mf'er. I don't know how. You have to, right? The cops have to have. But I liked hearing him cuss at him a little bit. That was
yeah,
nice. Had you seen this picture? I've found these today. These are
no,
like, I guess right after, with the crime. You see the evidence flag still up, and look at the little bike. Oh my god.
that son of a
I know. So the bike's there. There he was. One of them laid right there. We saw that in the thing, and um, and the other ones you could see where they were at as well. But I just don't understand how you sat there so calm like he did with your baby. I don't know. I don't
laying in front of you, wife doing CPR. You are, and I always when we were thinking about how could you do that, and then I've done a lot of research on narcissistic abuse and psychopaths. All are this way. They the way they see people, including their own children, wife, they don't have that feeling toward them. They only have a feeling of what they can do for them.
know. Right.
So um, they see them as one of the research I did, almost like an appliance, like your toaster or your microwave. That's
God.
there's no feeling there. So if there's a reason why they want to get rid of them, then they just do. It doesn't affect them like because they don't have empathy. They don't feel.
God. That is just crazy to me to think of, like when you say that, like an appliance, like that. Just what a disgusting. Which, I don't know. What do you do? Because anybody who commits a murder, honestly, they have mental health issues, right? And I still feel like they need to be in jail. I don't. And it brings up a thing, because look, I was seeing this today in the groups about it, and then we'll see what this classmate said. But people were talking about, oh, my internet's probably messing up a little bit, but people were talking about at the difference, the way that people are looking at Chad versus like Lindsay Clancy. And could there be mental health in both cases? Mental health issues? Well, yeah. But it is interesting how perception is man versus woman.
Oh, I think she's evil. I think that she deserves just as much as he does because
I
and
do
she
too.
planned it and then it didn't work and and he even knew that she had done it and he knew it was coming again. So that
Yep.
never made sense to me too either. But because
It is
he had
crazy.
changed because he knew it was coming.
Yep.
That was weird.
It is. Okay, so I guess one of Chad's classmates has spoken out, and they
Oh,
said so. A woman who went to high school with him, she said it's a tragedy. There are no other words to describe it. It's disgusting, appalling, a major tragedy, and I'm angry. She said, I'm in disbelief that it was someone I went to high school, someone I could have possibly sat next to. I would never imagine that I went to high school with, middle school, elementary, nothing doing something like that. It kind of hits harder and closer to home when it's someone you know, someone you went to school with. So, what was he like in high school? She said, kind of quiet. We didn't hang out with the same people, but every time I would see him, he was just quiet. Hmm.
does it say
His
what
dad,
high school he went to? Because my
let's
cousins lived in
see,
Claremont County. They went to
Claremont.
Batavia.
No, it just says Claremont County.
Claremont County.
We
I
could
was
probably
gonna.
find it out though, but
I know. I'm interested. There's all kinds of information I want to get. Like it's just so. And then the father, when he said he just snapped, like he was this saint. Sir, he strangled you in 2010. Like, did you forget? Like,
yeah, I know. He's like, he was such a great dad. And I don't know. Oh my God, though, Steph, I have been looking for this interview because I saw a clip of it yesterday on TikTok when we were doing a live just going through TikToks. And this man claims that Chad was always mean to his wife
oh, I could see
and
that.
stuff like that. Okay, well, let's watch it real quick and then we'll
Okay.
talk about it. It'll start. Might take a second because my internet is just, pain in the butt.
Come by Houston, Texas, and visit Bull Fit Supply. Here, we provide our customers with a wide variety of fitness equipment to choose from.
Team now, reporter Morgan Parrish joins us live from Monroe Elementary, where a vigil was held just an hour ago.
I wonder, did one of them go to that school, Monroe Elementary?
I don't know. It's Goshen. That's where my cousin went. And his mother teaches at Goshen. I gotta now. Now I'm going on Facebook. I'm listening. I'm just going on Facebook because now I'm going to Facebook stalk.
Okay,
Just
and then
their friends
Amber.
on Facebook.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go. You go.
Okay, this is actually about the Portland, Oregon. My friend Amber, who started the group about the potential serial killer, she has been helping, trying to get clothes and different things to these women out on the streets. Like I said, she's doing a ton. But I'm sick right now, Rand. But okay, she said, I just sent you the resource for me to get the houseless addicts rehab in an apartment. They just need to reach out to me. They can message me directly. So after the live, I'm going to share this in a community post. So anybody who's interested, make sure and watch out for that community post. And then I'll continue to share it along the way. But Amber, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And hey, Dorothy, good to see you. Okay, Steph, you ready to hear this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Morgan, have you been speaking with community members?
Hey, Chancellor, good evening. Yeah, I've been speaking with a lot of community members, neighbors, and, the shooting happened Thursday, and still it is tugging at all of our hearts. It is all just really difficult to understand, to comprehend, and neighbors say they are still trying to make sense of it all. And some people say it is like living in a real-life horror movie.
I feel like I'm going to pass out. I just having mental breakdown after breakdown. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I just having mental breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. It's just, oh my God. I'm so wore out from crying and just.
Wow.
I didn't want to see them babies laying on that ground. It's a visual I'll probably never forget.
Oh my God. See, I didn't realize. Oh, in the clip we saw, we just heard he was a neighbor. He must have been next door or very close. Wow, I can't imagine that.
My word.
always be stuck in my head till probably the day I die.
Richard Kincannon lives right across the street from where the shooting happened. He tells me this isn't the first time he's witnessed frightening behavior from 32-year-old Chad Doerman.
He was just an angry dude.
Doerman has been charged with 3 counts.
You hear that? That's the first this is the only person I've heard that has said, there was something, he was having anger issues prior to this event.
Man.
Of aggravated murder after he allegedly shot his 3 sons execution style.
They actually tried to revive him when they got here, but I mean, a bullet to the head, there's not much you can do about it.
Richard says he watched in horror.
Just as simple as pointing his rifle down right in the head, bam, and walked right back up here and just sat on that porch like nothing ever happened.
As a father of a 3-year-old son, he was willing to risk.
I want to rewind that. Did he actually witness it happen?
Porch, bam, and
watched in horror.
Just as simple as pointing his rifle.
After he allegedly shot his 3 sons execution style.
They actually tried to revive him when they got here, but I mean, a bullet to the head, there's not much you can do about it.
Richard says he watched in horror.
Just as simple as pointing his rifle down right in the head, bam, and walked right back up here and just sat on that porch like nothing ever happened.
As a father of a 3-year-old son, he was willing to risk his own life to save the 3 boys.
Before I could even get over there, because I was gonna see if he would shoot me.
Oh my God, Steph. I have to pause for fair use, but wow. Oh my God. Yeah, it does, Dorothy. I think he saw it. And oh my God.
I can't even imagine that. That's trauma for the rest of your life. I mean, you never forget something like that.
Yeah, and I would think even if it was like a bar fight, right? And you see 2 adults fighting, beating each other, one of them gets killed, something like that. That would be traumatic, and that would be pretty tough to live past. But babies, a father and his babies, let me show you guys again these beautiful children. Actually, here's a picture I saw on Twitter. They put them, superimposed them with Jesus, which I thought was sweet. But I mean, these are the most precious little babies. They're so little. They just remind me so much of Bentley. They look like him, like the blue eyes, the light blondie brown hair. They even have the same tattoos. Bentley has these little tattoos. The Iron Man, there's a bunch of Hulk, all of them. But I just don't understand it. Okay, let me go back to his interview. I'm sorry.
No, it's just heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready. I've done lived my life, and cops just, it was a swarm. I couldn't do anything. I was helpless.
As he copes with this nightmare, Richard says his only hope is to put this trauma behind him.
I want to get out of here. I'll be able to get out of here next week when they get back, and I'll never come back to this spot again, ever. Never. I'll take my candle, and I'm going to put them boys' names on here, and I'm going to put it up in my house. And I'm going to build me a little collage. Because I've seen them out there playing every day, man. So happy. Just happy kids.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? I have neighbors that have little kids, and they're like friends of ours, because you don't see them all the time. And
and you watch out for your neighbors' kids,
Yeah, because it does take a village, regardless of what anybody says. It does. And oh my God. He has a 3-year-old little boy.
So just a heartbreaking story, just hearing from neighbors and community members here at this.
Here, Steph, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. I hope they do give him the death penalty. We have the death penalty right now. Everything's on hold because of that medication or whatever that they can't get for the injection. But I hope they bring something back. Give him the firing squad something, because they've held it up. you know.
That's why Idaho did it, because they have been having trouble executing people getting the drugs to do it. So they, put that bill in to do a firing squad. I don't see why Ohio couldn't do the same thing.
Well, after this case, I'm sure people will be contacting their senators and our governor, because when it comes to a case like this, I mean that is one thing. I don't think Ohio will ever abolish the death penalty, because they are not. There's too many people here that are very, an eye for an eye, and
Right.
I'm that way. But I have family members that are not. I just think you have to know for sure, and this is one where we know for sure he was sitting there with the gun and he admits it. You know what I mean? So I just feel that way. I'm sorry if anybody's not for the death penalty.
No.
I'm just really emotional when it comes to children.
Well, you know what? You say whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care if people come in here and completely disagree with me. I find that to be better for conversation and for, solutions to actually happen. As a matter of fact, the solutions have to happen. Look at this. Our entire system is falling apart. It's almost every single day you hear of another baby who's been, killed in the system, foster care, put back with shitty parents, the jail. They're completely screwed up. Just, oh God, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. How can they not get the drugs? I mean, that's ridiculous. Then figure something else out. I don't know.
The drug thing is because when the drug company that makes that drug, I don't know if it's the paralytic or if it's the one that actually kills you. When they found out that it was being used in the death penalty, they refused to give it to the states.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so that's what happened.
That
But
makes sense. Quinny
yeah,
asked you, I'll never understand why they can't get the drugs. That's good to know, Steph. And seriously, I'm so proud of you, by the way. That is freaking awesome.
me?
Seriously, on the screen, that commenter, it says, I was homeless for about 3 years, squatting in abandoned. Oh, because I said seriously?
Yeah, I'm like, me? Like, I haven't done anything, girl.
I'm proud of you too, Steph, but no. She seriously said, I was homeless for about 3 years, squatting in abandoned buildings in the winter in Maine until I got pregnant with my first baby at 36. I worked my butt off that next summer to have a place for her. And that's
Honey,
freaking awesome.
what a blessing. And now you can be there a blessing for other people.
Yep.
That's what I do. By the way, I'm a nurse, but I do case management, and I help people find homes and people that need food and those type of things. So if any of you are looking for mental health help, you're homeless, anything, if you go to my channel and click on my about section, my email is there, and I'd be more than happy to help hook you up with the right resources.
Oh, you're the best, Steph. And I always try to tell you, like, I try to say that too sometimes for addicts, like people that need help finding treatment programs and stuff like that. I'll help you find resources if you need help, because they're out there. You just have to find them. Thank you, Steph. Nay, will you drop her link again for me, pretty please, to her channel? Support with Steffa. Okay, I'm going to play this last minute of this real quick.
Vigil tonight at Monroe Elementary. We know that there's been several vigils. We know that even more are to come. And even here at the elementary school, just yesterday out here, and they were having grief counseling services for anybody who may need help. So again, we know that GoFundMe is set up. People are still donating. And if you'd like to learn more, we have a link on our website so you can reach out. Chance?
Yeah, that outpour from the community continues to flow in, as we just saw. Now take a look here at a GoFundMe page that has set up by the aunt of the boys. The page has an original goal of raising only $20,000, but just 3 days since the tragic murders, donations are now reaching over $130,000 and are continuing to climb. Still, police have not released a possible motive, but we are continuing to ask that.
Okay. So you said that you're going to go up there soon. You're going to film it and stuff. I cannot wait to see it. What will you do? You should try to maybe talk to the neighbors. That guy that lives across the street.
Yes. I just don't want to see. I'm not pushy. Now, my mom, she doesn't mind just jumping right in there, and she doesn't have, a filter. So she'll just go on, excuse me, sir, come here. I just can see it.
Well, good. I'm glad mom's going with you.
I'll be going, oh my God. Oh my God.
Based on his interview we just watched, I bet he would talk to you. I really do. And I would love to, even if it's not on video, just to hear you relaying kind of what you've heard and seen while you're there will be really cool. Oh, look, there's Woofy. She's excited to see you.
I love me some Woofy. Hey, I have a question. What I was going to ask you is, okay, the FOIA request, do you think if I went down to Clermont County Clerk of Courts, maybe I could get some more information if I actually went down there?
I bet you could, because this is the problem. When you Google it and you go to their website, they have shut it down, and they said, I guess, in 2021 and redid it. And there's like, if there's the only way to get anything, you can't just search their court documents. You could have before with the way it was set up. You can go look when we get off and see what I mean. But like now it just sends you to this form to fill out to request whatever information you want. And then you get the email of the place. But I guarantee in person, yeah, it'd be a lot better.
Okay. Then we'll do that when I go down. I'm going to, I don't want to say the day I'm going down there, but I'm going down there toward the end of the week.
Right. Okay. I cannot wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you going. Let me get through these pictures and then we'll talk about Delphi for a moment.
Yes, we got a lot going on over there.
What in the world? What do you think about that? I mean, apparently Richard Allen has confessed multiple times. Let me pull up the article I found. I was looking on Twitter and I reshared an article so that we could to save it for us to look up. But yeah, and actually, Steph, I haven't even talked to you, I don't think, since Richard Allen has been arrested. The last time we chatted about it, I feel like they hadn't found anyone yet, and they were still kind of looking at the pictures, and you remember all the stuff with
Yes. I'm not even sure. Like, okay, so their attorney general yesterday, we could go on there, and my friend Deb just did a 3-minute video about their attorney general came on, and he said that the case is circumstantial, that it's not just a slam dunk, that they hope that the person or people responsible are prosecuted, and that they got the right they get the right people. So to me that sounds like he's not too sure. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Or that there's more people involved. And remember, I don't know if you guys know, but he's being charged with the abduction that became, which in Indiana, if you're part of the abduction, you're just as culpable as the person that pulled the trigger or whatever. We don't even have a cause or manner of death. They've never released that, which is illegal. But they just, during the hearing this last week, think murder sheets, luckily he knows what the law is, and he put a request in or a motion in that they release the things that the public has the right to know legally. So there's going to be a website out. Yeah, there's a website out of Fort Wayne that is going to be releasing a bunch of records this week. So I'll be keeping my eye out for that. I'll let you know when that comes out. So records that we don't know about, stuff that we don't know about, like maybe the stuff they found at his house that's never been released.
They've kept quiet, super quiet on this. Hey, A. Aguilar, and happy birthday, Cray Cray, if it is. I didn't see your answer because I asked, I think it's Cray Cray's birthday. Yeah, I think there could be more people too, and I want to know what evidence they have. I want to know exactly what they have. He doesn't look well. I mean, he honestly does look really bad, and I'm very concerned with the fact that he's not in a regional jail. Why is that? Why do they have him in a state prison?
Okay, so what happened was, Carroll County is a little town, and they have I think 36 jail cell for everybody there, and they didn't think they could keep him safe because they only have 5 guards total for the entire they have that work there. So you think about the different shifts, and you think about they don't work every day, so that's not very many employees. So they didn't think that they could keep him safe because a lot of people want him dead.
Right.
So they asked to have him, the best place for him to be safe would be at a prison. The problem with that is, well, he had to be in seclusion. So the problem with prison is you are treated differently in prison because you've already been convicted. So in jail, you haven't been convicted. You're not somebody that has been convicted. Maybe you are, maybe you're not the person, you know what I mean? So you are not, convicted of a crime.
Right.
So, but they thought that was the safest place. That was where he would be the safest. The problem is when you put somebody in seclusion, they do go into psychosis, and that's what's happened. And he quit
Right.
eating. People are speculating they're going to give him a feeding tube and all, and I don't believe that, because I've never heard of anybody being forced to get a feeding tube in my entire life, and I'm a nurse. But hey, I stand corrected, maybe in different situations. But I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just going to say, I've heard and seen studies on what solitary confinement can do to you mentally.
It will
And
jack you up.
yeah, it can really mess you up. And just quickly, let me say, one of my friends and mods started a channel, and she apparently did a live that I missed. I got to go back and watch. But Nadie just dropped her link in the chat. If you guys are interested, please go subscribe to Crazy Mama. She's the best. She's just straight up, as legit, as real as it comes, tell you how she feels type of person. And yeah. But yeah, I know that solitary confinement can do that to somebody, but I mean, look at him before and then after.
So this is and that's what I was going to say. So I had somebody on my channel who happens to be a colleague, and I did an interview with her, and she worked at a hospital for the criminally insane, and her husband still works there, and so he came on the channel too. And I asked them so many questions.
Oh, I was there. I seen some of it, not all of it, but yeah.
Oh, it was the best interview. If you watch the whole thing, it starts in like 20 minutes into the live, on my last live, because the first 20 minutes I'm waiting for them, so I'm just kind of shooting the crap with the chat. So they get on there, and this is where I learned so much about Richard Allen. I'm sure they're going to go to a competency hearing, and I'm sure they're probably I was trying to figure out how that all worked. So I was asking, how do you guys get your people that come in for competency, how does that all work? And she said they all come from jail. They never get anybody from prison. So anything that is in the prison, that means they've been convicted. They don't ever go to a state hospital. And I didn't know that. I thought, that maybe you could go over to from prison to a hospital for the criminally insane. And that's not true. They just keep you in the prison.
Oh, wow. So if you go crazy, if you are not criminally insane when it's time to go, and you go insane or something in there, then you're just in there in what, a medical ward or like?
Yeah, like, I guess like a psych part. I don't know. It's bizarre to me. The whole thing was bizarre. So then she said, I go, how do you all evaluate? Well, she said they actually have a team of people that are actually in the jail. And that jail, the forensic psychiatrist, the forensic psychologist, and the therapist that specifically are looking for, signs that they're truly criminally, that they are incompetent to stand trial or criminally insane at the time of the crime. So they're doing all their forensics there. And then if they truly think that they need to go to the state hospital, they then get to the state hospital. And then the state hospital, their forensic team, start all of their process. So I asked her, I said, so do people get through, that are faking it? She goes, maybe 90, she goes, maybe like a 0.1% would get through. She's like, but we're good at our jobs. And
Right.
She's like, she goes, we know these fakers. And she goes, and it's really amazing. Like a husband might kill his wife, and he was truly criminally insane at the time. and then we get him started on medication, and get his treatment started, and then he realizes what he's done, and he's devastated.
I could see that, and that
Yeah,
is so crazy. It's scary, you
it
know.
is.
Oh,
And so Richard Allen, he wasn't criminally insane at the time because he took steps to plan it. He took steps to cover it up, all of that, because he specifically parked his car so that nobody could read his license plate. Like, he took steps to do this.
right. When
So
you're criminally insane, you just do it, and you
do it.
don't. Yeah. Mm.
Exactly. So, but looks like he's, could be going through a competency hearing. So I asked her, have you ever had somebody come through that then becomes incompetent, and have they come through, and their job as the nursing staff and as the medical staff is to then restore them to competency? And I said, have you ever had anybody come through that you weren't able to restore to competency? And she said, no, there's never been anybody
Oh, wow.
that I've had as a patient. She was there, I think, 8 or 9 years, and her husband's still there, and he's going to
Wow.
retire there.
Crazy. Never once.
Yet never once. So I know that he'll eventually get there, but who knows how long it'll take. Look how long it took Lori Vallow going back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had a hearing the other day, and I'll read just a little bit out of this. So it says, Richard Allen has made, quote, admissions of guilt, unquote, to more than one person about his involvement in the deaths of Liberty and Abby, according to Carroll County Prosecutor Nicholas McClelland. He made multiple confessions to multiple people, McClelland said during Allen's hearing on Thursday. Allen's attorney acknowledged the confessions, saying that Allen had made incriminating statements while at Westville Correctional. He also claimed those statements could not be trusted because of his client's mental state. He said, and this is what Richard's attorney said. He said, confessions, non-confessions, incriminating statements, non-incriminating statements, we'll deal with that. The jury will hear all of that. Allen arrived in a yellow jumpsuit. His face was shaven. He appeared to have lost additional weight since his last court appearance. His wife was among the crowd gathered inside the courtroom.
And his mom.
I didn't know that. Apparently his wife said, he's my person, to WRTV's Caitlin Kent. What?
My friends were there.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you about the hearing, that the stuff on the side that didn't, because Court TV had people telling them that information that was not right. So, but so far it's all right so far.
Okay, yeah, let me know. I'll just graze through it. I guess there were a few witnesses. They had a discussion on ballistics evidence that will be heard at a different date. Several additional documents will be unsealed sometime this week. It says early next week, but
Which is
I think that means this week. Yeah. The exact documents and the date of the unsealing was not given. Do you know what documents that will be?
That's what I was talking about earlier, that we don't know specifically, but I am thinking that they're going to release what they found at his house at least. And they really should be releasing manner and cause of death, unless the judge finds some other way that is legal, because right now it's illegal to hold that from the public, manner and cause of death.
My God. Well, good. Hopefully they do. So it says testimony was heard from several witnesses supporting the defense's argument to move Allen to a new facility, also regarding his mental state. That testimony included several mentions of admissions that Allen had allegedly made at least 5 or 6 occasions regarding his involvement in the 2017 killings of Liberty and Abby. Both the defense and the prosecuting attorney admitted knowledge of these conversations. The defense argued that because of his mental state, those admissions should not be trusted. It is not clear exactly what type of admissions that he made.
And this is the kicker about that. The prosecution didn't bring those admissions up. The defense did. The prosecution had no plans of bringing that up. Yes, that's why it was like the defense was trying to get ahead of those, because McClelland, the prosecutor, was going to keep that, for trial. for for himself, and bring that up at trial. But it must be incriminating whatever he said, and who he said it to. I don't know, but his attorneys automatically spend it to, oh, it's because of his mental state that he said those things. So that's why I say that they're probably going to a competency hearing, and they gave like a date in January of 24 that they're going to go to trial, which there's no way. They have all kinds of things they're about to fight out.
How is his wife?
So his wife, okay. So I wanted to know how his wife, like, how did she react when, because Murder Sheets was there and a bunch of YouTubers that I know. And I asked what was her reaction when they said he had admitted to these crimes, 5 or 6 times. And she had no reaction. And then the word is that one of those admissions was to her. So now, again, that's allegedly. I have proof of that as just alleged. His mother, I guess, was crying. His poor mom, she's really struggling. The wife was not. Like, she was kind of, I guess, as somebody said, had more of an attitude. And his one attorney told her to write down the things that the YouTubers were saying in the out into the that were sitting in the courtroom, so to have her listen. And I was like,
wow,
yeah, that was crazy to me.
Pointer lover, yes. Apparently, the news, she said to a news reporter when he walked out, "He's my person." She whispered, "He's my person." Oh my God, Steph. Because I remember when he was first arrested, finding out he had a wife and I believe a daughter, right?
Yeah,
a teenage daughter.
The daughter has not been to one hearing. That makes me wonder what's going on there.
Wow.
Is she supporting her dad? I don't know. But the wife definitely, and the mom, they are supporting him.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Lucia, we're just going over here in a minute. I'm going to move on and show you guys a few other cases. But I was chatting with Stephanie about Chad Doerman and Delphi. I talked at the beginning about the Portland, the potential serial killer out in Oregon, and yeah, it's just kind of a laid back, several topics live.
So, okay, thinking about the daughter, right? Do you know that there's pics of the daughter wearing one of the Abby shirts? She's laying on the bed, his daughter, and it has one of the Abby tie-dye shirts. Have you seen that?
I've never seen it, but I remember, I think, like hearing you or somebody talk about that.
Okay, so there's that. And then there is another one, her engagement pictures. I think it's the engagement pictures of her at the bridge. That's where they did her engagement pictures.
Oh my God.
So I'm wondering if the daughter, I mean, I don't know. I am speculating, y'all. I am speculating because this is where my brain goes. But like, did the daughter start questioning stuff? Because the daughter got married. I'm like, that's where my brain goes. I don't know.
I bet you she did. And if she hasn't came to one hearing, but mom and grandma, his wife and mom have came to all of them, that makes me really wonder if she's standing by him as well. And if she was wearing the shirts.
Yeah, and did he buy her the shirt? Because he's some sick guy,
Didn't he like hand out flyers or print out flyers for the grandparents or something like that?
No, so after people took pictures at the funeral, and he worked at CBS. So when they came to pick up the pictures, he said, "Hey, this one's on the house." He gave them for free. So that means he saw those pictures.
Oh my God. And oh my God, that is so disturbing to think about. And this one's on the house. You sick freak. Yep. I'm surprised you haven't been going to the hearings and stuff.
Well, I wanted to go. Well, this is the thing. I was thinking about going to the one on Friday, but I thought it was going to be like the last one that was 45 minutes. So I was like, I'm not going to go if it's going to be 45 minutes. Girl, ended up being all day. It's like, oh. So there's another one coming up. I am trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I hope you go. And you guys, the mods are dropping her link. She is so kind. Support with Steffa is a dear friend of mine. Not that I talk to all the time, but still, you are an amazing person. She has a great channel. I interviewed her about her, about some addiction and recovery stuff a long time ago. You guys can go see that. But I definitely recommend subscribing because this case and Chad Doerman, I think she's going to have some really interesting stuff. And her last live stream was on Delphi with those folks that she's talking about that work there, and it was really good.
Oh yeah, y'all need to see that. That was with the nurse and her husband that work the hospital for the criminally insane. So she had a lot to say about she would obviously didn't say what her could like assess Richard Allen, but she was just giving her thoughts of what things could be.
Yeah, it's really cool. And thank you, Jenna. Jenna says, love this channel and all the hard work you put into it. Thank you so much. That means the world to me.
Allie, you're awesome. And thank you so much. I don't want to hold you up because I know you have other stuff to talk about, but
well, you're awesome. And thank you for coming up here and chatting. Sure. I hope you'll come back after you go to Chad Doerman's. Maybe you can come on here and talk with us about it and stuff.
So I definitely will do that. And then you can come over when I do the live about the Chad Doerman. I can never say his name. I want to say Doberman. I don't. And then I'm going to Delphi twice in July. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah. People are going over there, and thank you guys. I think that you'll really enjoy her channel. Hey, I'll be there when you do that live for sure. I'll be there. I'll come up if you want me to. I'll be in the chat. You know that. And yeah, I'll be there. I'm really looking forward to that.
All right. Y'all are awesome. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much. And you're awesome too. And I hope you have a good night.
All right, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you, from my understanding, is free photos to use as memories at the funeral. Her sister picked them up. Okay, so let me get back to, I wanted to show you guys a couple other things really quickly. Let me see here. There is a missing woman I wanted to show you guys and some other things quickly, but hey, Rich. And thank you guys for going over there to subscribe. I appreciate that so much. I do. Let's see. I'm going to go to my profile on Twitter because that is where I saved these. Oh, did you guys see? A judge has ordered Alex Murdaugh to be deposed in connection to the boat crash that killed Mallory Beach. And have you guys been watching this Caitlin Armstrong? She killed another woman over a man. That one's kind of interesting. Also, in the Gabby Petito, her family's lawsuit against Brian Laundrie's family, the Petito family filed a motion to get Brian Laundrie's messages, and I am looking forward to that. They want all the messages he sent to his family. I think they should get it, especially after that letter. It's going to be really interesting what comes from that. But okay, this is what I wanted to show you guys. I can't believe I missed your live, Crazy Mama. Oh, thank you, Melinda. Steph lives in, no, she doesn't, but she's been out there. Yeah. Thank you guys for going over there. Yes, we need our Punksy. We do, Thor. And Thor, I didn't know you did that as your job. That's really cool. I think I went to 3 channels and subscribed to them. Awesome. Hippie chick. Okay, so daughter of Massachusetts mayor missing in Ohio. The daughter of a mayor in Massachusetts went missing while another Ohio story while in the Ohio area. The Hillard Division of Police in Ohio announced a search for Riley O'Connell, she's only 18, on June 14th. So there's a good look at her face. Mayor Shauna O'Connell, she's the mayor of Taunton, Massachusetts, said her daughter went missing from the Evoke Wellness Facility in Hilliard, Ohio, where Riley had been receiving treatment for over a month in her long-term battle with mental health issues. Nothing is more scary to me than a person who is missing and has mental health issues or autism or something like that. It's scary. It says, Ted and I are extremely worried about her safety and well-being. We are working with the facility, police and missing persons to find her as soon as possible to bring her home. My daughter's safety is our priority. Hilliard police describe Riley as a white female, blonde hair, 5'5", around 125 pounds. She was last seen on 5400 Scioto Darby Road at 1 a.m. on June 14th with black shorts and a pink shirt. Police said they have information she may have been in the Franklinton area and spotted in Columbus on June 15th. O'Connell told WJAR her daughter is in real danger because she is currently without her medication. She says, Riley, go somewhere safe, call the police, find an officer you know. We want you to come home safe. We love you. So I wanted to share that with you guys just to get her face out there. When we do true crime news, I like to share some missing persons. And then before we go, let's look at this. Can you believe on newsnation.com, look at the top of this, 2024 election, crime, border report, your money, and then Idaho college killings. They have a whole damn tab for the Idaho case. Let's look at it. Melissa Jade has a live at 7:30 on the Idaho case. I hope you guys will go over there with me. Let me drop her link. Carol freaking Claus. Hey, Elsie, that's terrifying. When you're not in your right state of mind, it's like your actions are beyond your control. I've experienced that before and luckily got mental help. I pray she'll be okay. I pray so too. Amber, thanks to Alex, I got all kinds of channels. Here's Melissa's link on her Idaho Live, which is going to be, she's been doing a series debunking a lot of the rumors and stuff. So I really recommend you guys check it out. It's so important because the misinformation is crazy. And also I saw her community post that she believes Justin is Papa Rogers. I believe he is too. His last name is just too big of a coincidence for me. That's enough. But, okay. I like myself a buffet of true crime channels. It makes true crime more fun. Yes, it does. Everybody has their own special thing to offer, right? Because every channel's different. They all approach things differently. They all have their own life experiences, which really gauge our perception, because the way that we see things is based on what we've been through and the life that we've lived. So, you're going to get something different, even if it's the same case with every channel. So I think that's really cool. Their Idaho college killings. Are there parallels between Brian Kohberger and Ted Bundy? Oh, and let me just say, sometimes YouTube can be a really disturbing, disgusting place. When you start talking about the value of children and which child is worth more and this and that, or if you're a woman and you're pulling up other women's pictures on your screen and talking about their looks and calling them, overweight and just things like that, you must be really unhappy inside. I think at that point you have to step off of YouTube, and I'm being serious too, not even being a smartass. Take a look at yourself and figure out why you would want to treat other people like that. It hurts my feelings so bad to see the way some people are treated on here, and it is like intertwined into our community. So I just wanted to take a second to say that, because today I saw true crime channels pulling up other true crime channels photos and making fun of them. And I don't like that. I think that that's just absolutely gross. But, okay. A buffet of true crime channels. I'm a recovered addict and rehabilitated from homelessness. You're awesome. Seriously. Perception is everything. Oh, Patricia, you're sweet. This is fast becoming my favorite channel. Alex gets onto new news quicker. Well, you're one of my favorite people in here. I got you. There are some really awesome people in this chat. Oh, thank you, Inspector Gadget. I love you guys too. All right, let's see what else is on here because I got to go in just a second. More Idaho killing headlines. I cannot believe this. This is the thing. We're wondering why they won't let cameras in. Look at this. On News Nation, there is an entire tab of nothing but stories about Idaho. And I would guarantee that many of them are not even accurate. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Yeah, many of them aren't accurate. And that is why they don't want to let cameras in and we can't get any damn information. Oh, you guys are the best, Caroline. And your community is just beyond feeling right at home. I know. I swear, I'm not just saying this. Like when I come, like earlier, when I came into the live, there were so many like people that I just love and adore in the chat. I just appreciate all you guys so much. Okay. Are there parallels between Brian and Ted Bundy? Brian requests indictment pause. Is speculation hurting the case? Gag order will remain in place for now. You know, did Patterson want to create the perfect murder? Or did Koberger want to create the perfect murder? Whatever. It's just ridiculous. That's the issue. Do you know how many cases there are? Let me show y'all something before we go. Let's just take a look. Because this entire series, True Crime News, is based on the fact that I can go to this website, Crime Online, at any time of day and see tons of missing people, murdered children, missing children that are not getting any coverage. And yet there are certain cases that get tons. So let me just show you guys for a second. Family member called DCS before. This is about that Sequoia Samuels, a disabled girl found deceased in the garbage. More Delphi stuff. A missing Lyft customer. Haven't seen that person anywhere. Any coverage on that? Teen accused of SAing and killing 13-year-old girl before hiding her body under a log will likely be charged as juvenile. Be on the lookout. Missing Indigenous woman disappears in her first night in Denver. Haven't seen that anywhere. South Carolina man charged with SAing 15-year-old family member for years. Mississippi man killed in homemade bomb explosion. 2 dead in mass shooting at a dance festival. Kentucky woman shoots Texas Uber driver she thought was taking her to Mexico. Missing 13-year-old boy trying to live off the grid. Florida woman shoots boyfriend in the back, claims self-defense. Tennessee mom charged in murder for hire plot targeting witness to her son's murder. Death penalty sought for hitman. 1 teen dead, 8 wounded in a shooting downtown. Texas judge, there's a plea dog for a man who killed estranged wife's dogs. Babysitter charged with murder in the death of a toddler in Tennessee. Alabama shooting, lives 10-year-old boy dead. Former Marine allegedly killed and dismembered by ex-wife and her new husband in sophisticated killing. Do you see this, you guys? This is why I get so annoyed. Look at all these cases. The most selfless, loving person, pregnant Seattle mother, unborn baby die after random shooting. A caregiver has been charged with the murder of a Tennessee toddler and injuries suffered by another child in Tullahoma. Police were called to a home late Friday morning when a 2-year-old child wasn't breathing. Haven't seen this case anywhere. Officers who arrived began life-saving measures and brought the toddler to a hospital, but the child later died. The second child, whose age was not given, was also taken to a hospital for treatment and was said to be in stable condition. Investigators said Alex Smith, 21, was taking care of the children at the time. Smith was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated child abuse. All right, let me stop. I'm sorry. I just get I get passionate about it and I get mad because you know, News Nation, it's just annoying. But anyways, dad kills 4 neighbors. I hate being sick. I'm actually pretty sick. Last night I could not breathe at all. And I don't know what kind of sicknesses you get in the summer. It just sucks, but Chicago would take you a week. Oh, thank you, crazy mama. I love you. I know, Tiff. I just, it's just ridiculous. But anyways, seriously, will you send me an email about that? Because yeah, I don't remember that, but I want us to look at it for sure. I haven't heard anything yet, Pointer Lover, but I know that her trial's coming up. Oh, Elizabeth. All right, you guys. Anyways, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, hippie chick. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. Hope that you'll join me over on Melissa's at 7:30. She's going to be talking about some of the misinformation and stuff happening. I don't think it's allergies because like I had chills and stuff, and usually I don't get allergies like that, but oh, that sucks, Music City Mom. Thank you, Kokomo. All right, you guys. Appreciate you being here. Oh, you're so welcome, crazy mama. I got to go watch it now. Yeah, thanks for everything, you guys. Just thanks for being here. Thanks for coming to hang out with me to listen to some of this. I was thinking there is a lawsuit happening between people in the true crime community, right? And I wouldn't really want to cover that here because it is kind of like toting. It's true crime, but it's on that line where it's drama a little bit. But I am thinking about maybe going through the lawsuit paperwork on my second channel just so we can take a look at it and see. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but regardless, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I love and appreciate you. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I'm so sorry, seriously, to hear that. All right, guys. Bye. 7:30 Eastern, alibi. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus. Good night, guys. Oh, wait, let me answer this. Shelly, no, not so far. All right. Have a good night. Bye.